What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris, coming at you for another Deerfish gaming video. And today I'm really excited to be bringing you some Path of Exile 2 tips, like how to trade and how to apply a loot filter. And I'm going to try to do it relatively quick, so let's get into that right now. Okay, so trading, I know, is very daunting. It's like, why would I trade? Why, would I go to a website and then go back to the game? Let me tell you what. It is just too valuable to not trade. The amount of items that you have access to after you begin trading is just crazy. So I'm going to take you through the process right now. It's really not that hard, and once you get used to it, you'll get into the flow of things, and it's really not that bad. Okay, so first of all, you'll come to the Path of Exile 2 website. You'll sign in. You'll click on this trade button right here. You'll be brought here. I am currently and looking for a dual string bow. Now I do not have any any currencies to actually get a good one right now, but I'll type that in there. I'm not leveled up for the expert yet. It's like level 70 and stuff, level 78, and so you can filter by what type of currency you want to look for. Exalted orbs. Let's do that. Let's say I'm looking for a increased physical damage multiplier, right? Or modifier. And then it'll show here, Exalted Orb 1. It'll show the increased damage. Let's click on the increased damage, because that's what we're looking for. It'll now filter by the best increased damage, and it'll go down, okay? 10 Exalted Orbs, 50 Exalted Orbs, 10 Exalted Orbs. So, we'll see, and it'll show you how everybody is, their status online. And then when you click on this, it will send them a direct whisper immediately, and then you will go over to in-game, wait for them to invite you to a party. You will join their party, they will initiate the trade, and then you will then trade the items with the agreed upon amount. So you might be thinking to yourself, Chris, all right, now how do we set up these tabs for Salio? So if you're on the controller, a little bit more finicky than if you were on the computer, right? So I could easily back out and use my keyboard, but what I'm going to show you is you're going to hit RS and then hit the left directional button, and you're going to hit this public. Okay, if you hit this public check mark, you can each item individually price, set negotiable price on all items, or set exact price on all items. I have each item individually priced. I have pretty much everything set at 1 Exalted Orb. You just hover over something and you just hit the set item note. Hover over it, exact price, 1 Exalted Orb, bada bing, bada boom. Now this is where you do need to hit enter. They try to trick you and they make you think that you can just hit the start button or whatever. That does not work. You need to hit enter. Whenever I was just hitting the start button, it was not changing the price that I had for the item. So that's trading. It's not that hard. As you can see, these items, they vary. They're all just on other drops. But why limit yourself to your drops whenever there are just there's so limiting amount of drops in the game, when you can maybe people get duplicate drops of things that they already have, or maybe they have something that's great and they get something that's not quite as great but still way better than what you have. Don't limit yourself to just the options that you see, and really open yourself up to the different types of things that you can get in the trading route in Path of Exile 2. So that's that. Now let's move on to the loot filter. Okay, now the loot filter is not that intimidating at all either. Okay, it's going to take you less than a minute to set up. I will have this link down below. This was just updated the other day. Okay, it's on github.com. Has all of the updates that he just did. You will want to go to this source code.zip file. Okay, you'll click on it. Then this window will pop up, and you will want to click on the never syncs light filter. Okay, you don't need the .github, you don't need the license, you do not need the readme. And then now you're probably thinking, Chris, what in the world, where do we put this file? You're telling us we need this file. Where does it go? All right, now we're going to go to the options. We're going to go to game. I already have it enabled. I'll just go over to none just because whatever. You're going to open this file. It's going to bring you to this right here, okay? As soon as you click that folder, it's going to bring you right here. All you have to do is move that never syncs light filter file right here, okay? Now, you may have to restart your client, or you may not have to restart your client, okay? I've seen some comments and everything about different. That's different for everybody. I personally did not even have to restart my client, and as soon as you load this up, then boom, it is loaded up here, and then you just move here, and then bada bing, bada boom, we are moving with the loot filter, okay? Now, let's cut to showing you what the difference is with the loot filter. Okay, so right now we have a good example of what this loot filter is doing. So we have the advanced diode crossbow at the top, that's very small, right? It's white, but then we have the superior advanced lacebow, bigger font, okay? And then we have the advanced iron crown, that's slightly smaller blue, but then we have the uncut skill gem. It's a different color than it normally is, and it is very big, okay? So you can just see that it just makes the things that you want to see much more visible, and like this has quality on it, which is why that was much bigger. So just the loot filter is really going to help you identify things as you move higher into the tiered maps. Maybe when you're leveling, not as necessary, but definitely when you're getting into the end game. All right, the next tip is to make sure you use your currencies on the relics and the waystones. Now, I currently do not have a waystone where I can use some currency on, but I do have this relic. You see how it just has 6% increased maximum life? Well, boom. Add this on here, and now monsters have 9% chance to drop double sacred water. Okay, so you can do this with all of your relics and all of your waystones. And the waystones you can even upgrade to yellow. So I will just do it right now just because I don't care. Increase monster packs, increase rarity items, boom. Let's throw it on there. Boom, now we get not increased number of monster packs and curse with temporal change. Whatever, it's not that big a deal. Just for an example. So you can upgrade these waystones. Sometimes you will get amazing modifiers by upgrading these waystones. Do not be afraid to upgrade these waystones. You know, I have the 94 transmutation orbs and the 140 augmentation orbs. I'm sure you have a lot as well. Now, you know, maybe don't use all your regal orbs on doing this, but you know, maybe you have a really tasty waystone, use a regal orb on it. Basically what I'm saying is don't be afraid to use your currencies on your waystones and your relics. Now, you can't regal orb a relic, but you can augment a relic up with 2 modifiers. And then another thing that you can do is you can take your relics, and I kind of like these, to be honest. Increase movement speed, increase maximum honor, increase... Man, I actually kind of like these. But oh yeah, I actually really like these a lot. So what you can do is I'll throw them in there just for video purposes. I kind of wish I had some crappier ones. I think I already did it earlier. You can reforge them, okay? I'm not going to do it right now. But you see, we can put all 3 in here. You got to put 3 of the same type, and then you can hit reforge, and it'll get you a new relic, okay? So, say you get 3 bad relics from your Trial of Sekimas. Boom, throw those in there, and then you never know what you're going to get, okay? Maybe I have this relic locker a little bit too close. So that is that. Now, the other thing that I would like to show you is after you defeat a failed hideout, you might notice I'm in my hideout right now. Well, how did you get there, Chris? So it's really easy, okay? After you defeat well, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. So on my map, so I started right here. On my map right here was a failed hideout. You're looking for failed hideouts. Now you're like, Chris, how do you find this failed hideout? We'll go to this map legend at the top. All right. So when you go to your maps, this is going to be really helpful. Got all these different map nodes. Okay. So we're looking for this hideout symbol. Contains a hideout that can be fully cleared to unlock the hideout for personal use. Okay. So this was, gosh darn it, that was The closest one to me was this one right here. So I beat that one, but you see there is this limestone hideout right here, this limestone hideout. So there are hideouts everywhere along the map. You don't have to get a specific one. That was just the closest one to me that I completed, okay? But after you beat a hideout, you will go over to your waypoint. So this is what was holding me up a little bit. You got to go over to the waypoint, and then you want to go over here, and it says here, select travel to the Temple of Chaos. Select travel to your hideout. Okay, so we're going to travel to the hideout, and I got my Dreadnought hideout from my package I bought, and then that's the hideout we are at now. It brings you here, and you can edit everything. I'm keeping for consistency, doing most of my stuff in controller. And you know, if you want to, like, my relic locker seems to be a little bit too close to my reforging bench, so we'll move that over here. And then maybe Kazula, Architect of Time, is a little bit too close there. My well and my waypoint were a little bit too close, it seemed like. So, oh, that's that. So maybe I'll move this well over here. I don't know, you know, just a little bit away from there so I don't have that issue anymore. You know, you can edit it as much as you want and go out of editing mode. Very, very easy. So now that I gave you these tips for maps and stuff, how do you keep the sustain up? Well, you come over here to your Atlas tree and you fill this up. How do you fill this up? Well, you see right towards the right, whoop, above here, you got up top, it says complete tier 3 plus maps. So my current quest is to complete tier 3 maps and above, but you will start out at tier 1, and then tier 2, you'll have to complete 10 maps of each, and then you will get Atlas points. And so once you get your Atlas points, you will come here and inspect them. So where will you go first? The acceptable options generally are to go over here, increased rarity of items, to go to the 20% increased quantity of waystones found in your map. Now, this is where I will more than likely be going next, but where I am deciding to rush first is I went up for 10% chance to be a higher tier, 10% chance to be a higher tier waystones, 10% increased number of monster packs in your map, 3% increased number of monster packs in your map, and then what we want right here is local knowledge. All the different biomes have a massive increase in chance for different things to drop, like basic currency, drop gold, and mountain biomes, increased barriers and ultimatums in the desert biomes, grass biomes drop socket currency. So this is really, really helpful, I think, personally. But if you are really going for pure map consistency, you will get everything that says waystones have a 10% chance higher to be a higher tier in more quantity. So quality and quantity for waystones. We have 100% increased rarity of waystones found in your map. These will help a lot. So along with manually upgrading your waystones and then also speccing into your Atlas tree for your waystones, you should not have a problem with sustainability in your maps. So there's that. I hope these tips helped you guys, and if they did, hit that like button down below. And if you don't want to miss any more videos coming out of this channel, I'm going to be making a lot of more PoE2 videos. I'm going to make more tip videos for things that help me out. This is a pretty complicated game. I'm going to be making more videos on the builds I do for my other characters. And if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button. It would really help me out a lot. And I'll see you next time. Peace.